not only do you get accustomed to shit, you attract the same shit when you're like deep in it. It's like, the statistics kind of speak for themselves. Like if you grow up in an abusive household, you're more likely to be abused in your relationship, or, that kind of shit. If you have drug addicts in your family, or even people who smoke, your immediate family smokes, you're more likely to grow up and have a drug problem or smoke. I was really tired of the dynamic. Like, I love my mother. My mom sold me out in a really fucking dumbass way, but whatever. Love my mom, I love my good aunt, but they pulled some shady shit and they were really disrespectful of the trauma I was dealing with, and I just cannot express how hard it was to be in my house. I didn't want to get rid of it. But it was still hard to be there for many reasons, right? And when they and their little friends robbed me, I just, no. They treat each other like shit. They fuck each other over. They lie to each other about each other. And then they expect to be forgiven because that's just how they do that, back and forth, back and forth. That's how it is. I didn't know. No. And I have found myself recently. See, if I didn't put up with that shit with my mom and my good aunt, I'm not going to put up with that from friends. And I've had some new friendships just kind of riddled with the same nonsense. Like, I didn't realize I'm just not very quick to notice things. I'm a dumbass is what it is. If somebody has an addiction problem, I don't really notice somehow. And if somebody has an addiction problem, you can't really trust them with certain things. Doesn't mean they're a bad person, and that's the thing. You can fall in love with people, and they are great in so many ways. They're a good friend. They have your back. They give you things that you don't get from anybody else in your life, and you really needed that. But if they're stealing from you, or if they're just being fucking weird. I had a friend who, she thinks that another friend of mine is in love with me. This friend tells me he loves me, right? And she says that she believes that he loves me. But she sends him suggestive photos, or just flirtatious texts, and it's like, why? If you're trying to convince me this guy is in love with me, as in you're wanting me to go for it, why are you doing that? That is behavior that is indicative of worse to come, in my opinion. Ozman, make a decision. Cat. My stepmom, I wasn't really talking to her because I didn't appreciate the way she behaved when I was pregnant and then when I lost my baby, right? And she sends me a text one time. It had been about a year since I was talking to her. I don't fucking know. Dumpling, whoever that is. She's like, this is eating your father up. It's killing him. We've got to talk. We've got to repair our relationship. It's just killing your father. And honestly, I was surprised by that because it didn't really seem like my dad was all that fazed, But okay, maybe I don't know that he's not saying things to her that he doesn't say to me, like that he's heartbroken over this. So I talked to her, and I don't know, within 10 to 20 minutes of the conversation, she's telling me, I know why you and I aren't getting along. Oh, why's that? It's your dad. Your dad doesn't want us to get along. Shit like that. Like, okay, talk about mixed fucking signals. And it gets old. To me, that's a mind game. You just told me that we need to talk, we need to get it right because this is killing my dad. When we start talking on the phone, not 2 hours later, and you're telling me the reason we don't get along, it's my dad. My dad's pitting us against each other. What the fuck? And to a smaller degree, and to an even degree, like, that is not the first time. That was a common thing, reoccurring thing with my stepmother. And I loved her, and I put up with it. And honestly, I put up with a lot of shit. But being pregnant, it changed what I'm willing to put up with, I guess, right? It changed me, and it changed what I'm willing to put up with. And those little fucking mind games right there, things like that. Those kind of mind games that my stepmother plays, and the shit with my mom and my good aunt where it's like, dick each other around, but, you know, I'm a weirdo or I'm crazy because I get mad about it because that's just how it is. I'm supposed to just, like, that's how we are now. No, fuck, I don't. No. It's too much. And, I can't really trust my intuition. I can't really trust my judgment because, I'm in a situation where 2 new friendships, I mean, it's shady. And I love these new friends, but it's shady. So, like, while it's still new, just, and it sucks. I don't know.